Hey, howdy, friends. It's Steve DePaul here with the Rose Realty team with the 2024 Christmas Fun Facts edition of the North Texas Real Estate Vlog. Let's get into it. We got a lot to cover. So, Christmas wasn't always celebrated on the 25th of December. The celebration started around 336 AD. But later on, they decided on the 25th would be a good time to celebrate the birth of Christ. Now, the Santa that we see today, kind of a plump guy, beard, jolly, and all of that, came from a Coca-Cola ad in 1931. Coca-Cola decided, hey, let's do an ad campaign and let's do create this Santa Claus dude, and he's pretty much the way we see him today, kind of beard, hat, and all of that kind of plump, jolly kind of guy. And they did that in order to naturally to sell product. It could have been at the time. I'm not sure when they still had Coke and Coca-Cola. Not sure. Maybe that's why it was jolly. Hey, before we continue, go to our YouTube channel first. At youtube.com/at moving to Dallas, Texas. Like and subscribe to our channel. That will allow you to get updates on all of our videos about when they become available. And especially leading into 2025, where we're going to start talking about how to price your home, how to fix up your home, those kinds of things, interest rates, market trends, those, etc. And if you're at all thinking about either buying or selling or investing in 2025, this would be a fantastic resource for you. You'll be the first ones to know. You'll get the updates. I like to say you'll be the smartest person on your block. We really appreciate you for doing that, and we thank you very much. Okay, getting on to it. So Rudolph was actually a marketing ploy by Montgomery Ward back in 1939. So a copywriter created this book about this reindeer called Rudolph and printed like 2.5 million copies of it and handed it out to kids at Montgomery Ward stores, and the idea that they would bring their parents there and they would shop and that kind of stuff. Then in 1949, Gene Autry had the hit song about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and then in 1964 they had the animated movie about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and the Misfit toys and all of that kind of stuff. So that's the sort of genesis, if you will, of Rudolph. The wreath is actually a religious symbol. It's a circle with no beginning or no end, and it symbolizes the eternity of God, the immortality of the soul, and the everlasting life that we find with Christ. Okay, so if you're religious, hey, that's actually a really good symbol hanging on your front door. If you're not, makes your home smell good. Silent Night is actually the most recorded song in history. There are 733 different editions or versions of um, of Silent Night, and it was first copyrighted in 1978, and we've got that 733 different versions since then. So celebrating Christmas wasn't always legal, okay? From around 1659 to 1681, it was actually illegal in in Massachusetts Bay Colony, up there in Massachusetts. And when you kind of do the research into it, they thought that a celebration like that was actually dishonoring God and an offense to others. So it looks like the cancel culture actually started way back in 1959. Excuse me, 1659, if you're keeping track of those kinds of things. Christmas decoration mishaps. Around 15,000 people per year go to emergency rooms because of decorating mishaps. So and if you've seen the movie Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase and Clark Griswold and all of that, You can maybe see why, okay, why it happens. Between November and December, something like 14,700 people get admitted to emergency rooms every year for some sort of mishap or fall or break or something because of decorating the house. That comes up to around 240 injuries per day. So people, be careful on your ladders and don't do anything dangerous out there, would you please? We need you around. Not the kind of some fun stuff. Now, this year, on December 26th, we're going to have a Christmas moon, which is a full moon on December 26th, and that should add a little bit to the magical glow and of the holiday season. So put your coats out there, put your coats on, go outside and check out the full moon on the 26th. The most Googled Christmas song is Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You." And this kind of started a couple of years ago. People wanted to know the words, and I guess they were doing YouTube or TikTok videos or something like that. And so, starting a couple of years ago, "All I Want for Christmas Is You" became the most Googled Christmas song to get the lyrics. The fastest growing Christmas movie is actually Elf. Elf is 21 years old this year, and it's the fastest growing Christmas movie since its release back 21 years ago. And next to last, so for those math geeks out there, okay, and I gotta say I'm one of them. In order for Santa and the reindeers and Rudolph, right, to make it to all the people in the world in one night, he'd have to be traveling 2,340,000 miles per hour and visit 822 homes per second. Now, any of you that have seen the movie Arthur Christmas knows that the only way he's going to be able to do that is with the S1, which is the sleigh that Steve, the elder son, actually invented and constructed to get to all these homes in time. Now, coming up next is our first ever Christmas poll. So the Christmas poll is today, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Okay. So hit reply, send me a text message, let me know whether you think Die Hard is a Christmas movie or not. And next week we're going to have our New Year's Eve 2024 fun facts. But between now and then, hey, this is Steve DePoe with the Rose Realty team wishing you and your family and your friends a safe and a Merry Christmas.